I'm Maureen Phillips with the City of Titusville Water Resources Conservation Program, and I'm at beautiful Sandpoint Park here in Titusville, Florida. And with me today I have several guests. Over here I have Terry Scott and Susan Naylor with the SPCA here in Titusville. And over on my right, Winston's giving kisses to Kathy Carter. She's with the City of Cocoa and she does their water conservation program. And we'd like to talk to you today about the SPCA's Dog Stroll that will be coming up this April. It's on Saturday, April 6th. I'm Maureen Phillips with the City of Titusville Water Resources Conservation Program, and with me today I have Susan Naylor and Terry Scott with the SPCA here in Titusville, and we're going to talk about the Dog Stroll that is coming this April 6th, that's Saturday, and it's going to be right here at Sandpoint Park where we're shooting from today. Now Terry, can you tell the people at home a little bit about the Dog Stroll? What exactly is it? What are you doing?
Okay, well, the Happy Tails Dog Stroll-A-Thon is actually a fundraiser. It helps us to take care of the homeless animals and do the spay and neutering that we try to do for the community and help, the community out as well. And so the fundraising part is we try to get the Stroll-A-Thon for the pledging. We have the pledge sheets. We like groups or individuals to come out and have their pledges and walk just a little 15-20 minute walk along the water there on the little walkway, and then we have goodie bags and levels for the amount of pledges that come in. And we start out with registration at 9 a.m. and the walk starts at 10, and like I said, it's 15-20 minute nice cool walk along the water. And a cool, early morning to me, 10 o'clock, that's early. And from there, we have things set up like demonstrations, different dog.
Now, I understand you're going to have, is the police department going to do a demonstration of the police dogs?
We're working on that.
Very good.
Yeah, we're waiting to hear back.
Very good. Well, I know now the Titusville Water Conservation as well as Cocoa Conservation, we have a booth there, and usually Winston is with us, and we give out doggy waste bags and try to educate people about the need to pick up after their pet and how it saves our water, keeps it from the pollution, the nutrient overload that is in dog waste. So Susan, what other kind of vendors do you have there? What should they be going there for?
Well, first of all, we're going to have, our clinic is going to be there having a big booth, and actually we're doing hourly and even half hourly free giveaways.
Oh wow.
All kinds of neat stuff, product like flea medicine from different groups, and also just a bunch of neat things. It'll be going on the whole day, and that's absolutely free that we're going to be giving. There's also going to be $5 nail trims there.
Excellent.
We're going to also have something called our Doggie Fun Zone, which is a huge attraction. Everybody comes here, they wait in line. I mean, they do this over and over again with their dogs. It's like a little agility course that these dogs go after a lure in it, and they go through hoops and go over little barrels, and I mean, they just have a blast. And that actually this year is going to be running a little bit later than it usually does. We usually stop it at 2 with the rest of everything, but that's going to run till at least 3 because we have an after party here too. So it'll run up and through our after party as well.
Well, now that's an important part. When does the stroll start? If I want to come to this event, and if I'm going to do the stroll, I need to be here by when?
Well, register anytime between 9 and 10.
Okay, and if I'm just going to go and bring my dog, because this is a dog-friendly event, and I want to bring my dog and do the Doggie Fun Zone or visit your vendors, when should I be here?
Well, all that will be going on between 10 and 1 is when everything is scheduled. 10 and 1, and yesterday, while Susan was in class at UCF, we were told that more of our reps who we buy products for have jumped on the bandwagon, and they're bringing in a lot of goodies. So we're talking every 15 minutes we're going to be giving away something.
That sounds great. That should really bring some people in. Now, Susan, you mentioned the Fun Zone, and for the last few years, both Kathy and I have had our booth right across from the Fun Zone or agility course, whatever you want to call it, and it has been great. Now, if someone wants to do that, do they have to pay extra, or what do they do for that?
That is $5 to run your dog through that, but it is definitely well worth it. They do offer to sell you a video if you want to buy that, but that's absolutely just an optional part. but that people go in 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, and they pay $5 every time, and it's well worth it to them because they love their dogs get so much enjoyment out of it.
They really do seem to enjoy it, because we have watched everything from Shih Tzus to Dachshunds to Great Danes and Mastiffs going over that, and it's hysterical to watch, and also amazing how quick some of those little dogs are when they do it. So now if I pay the $5 to do the Doggie Fun Zone, but is there an admission charge for the event itself? No.
No.
Okay. And now if I want to do the stroll, how do I sign up so you know that I'm going to get some pledges and do the dog stroll? What do I do?
Well, the easiest way is to go online to our website, which is www.spcanorthbrevard.com, and on the events part, it'll have a link to go to the dog Stroll-A-Thon. And from there, if you want to, and you can set up your own fundraising web page, and it gives you a neat little way to customize it. You can put your own pictures on it and make it look cute and make it all your own. And you can market it through social media. Ask your friends on Facebook and Twitter to help, pledge for you to raise money. And it gives you a little temperature thermometer at the top, tell you how far you are from your goal. It's a cool, fun way. Or if you'd like, you can stop by the SPCA Adoption Center or the thrift stores and pick up your little brochure that'll tell you exactly how to register and how to sign up for your pledges and everything else, and you can do it on paper too. So whatever way is easier for you, we try to make it available for you.
Well, that sounds great. And now if I do that, the money that I raise goes directly to the SPCA?
Absolutely. Stays
Very
right here in Titusville at our SPCA on Highway 50.
All right. Now, what if I'm a vendor? Like I said, the City of Titusville and City of Cocoa will have a booth, and we're going to be talking about water conservation, picking up dog waste, protecting our waterways. What if I'm a vendor and say I make doggy jewelry? What if I want to participate? What do I got to do to be a vendor?
Well, that's easy. You can call the SPCA. The number's 321-267-8221. I'm extension 246, or you can go online, get the numbers. I don't think we have a vendor form.
It is,
you put one on there? Okay, easier, much easier. Go online and you can just download the vendor form, fill it out, send it in, and there's a $30 fee for vendors, $40 for the food trucks. We're going to have a handful, not a lot, about 4 or 5 food trucks.
I was going to say, now we haven't had the food trucks before, so what, they're going to be here for the participants to try out the different foods and everything?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just a little sample, I'm going to try to get a mixture of different ones and some drinks and desserts or whatever, just, mainly lunch foods.
That sounds great. Now, everyone, in case you have never been to Sandpoint, it is a dog-friendly park so long as your dog is on a leash. And like you say, I've got Flynn here, he is on a leash. And we do have doggy weigh stations in the park, but we, of course, ask everyone to pick up after their dog, and you can always get more doggy waste bags at the conservation booth. But you've got vendors, so there's things to buy and look at for your dog, for yourself, the doggy waste bags. And then at your clinic booth, you said you're going to have the toenail trimming for $5,
yes.
Correct? As well as free giveaways. And now, did I also hear raffles, that you're doing raffles?
We'll have a couple raffles here, and
there's going to be more raffles at the after party, though, over at Cracker Jack's, which is just right over, on the park property, basically.
Now, this is something new this year, this after the stroll party. Now, can I bring my dog there, or is it for people only?
No. Dogs can come. It's an outdoor eating place, so that as long as you keep your dog outdoors, you'll be able to have your dog with you. And there's going to be over there raffles. That's where more of the raffles will be. There'll be some during the daytime part, but then this one will start at 2:30, and there'll be raffles. There will be live entertainment. There will be food, and also a 50-50 drawing and merchandise sales. It's free admission also for that. The food you'll pay for if you want to buy anything from that, but there will be no cost for the entertainment or anything like that, and it's right here on the pier, and it's great because it's lovely weather out with Florida, and the April time, it's wonderful to be outside.
Now, okay, the stroll is you register at 9 o'clock. The stroll being at 10. Also, the vendor village, as well as the services, being from 10 to 1 or 2.
Usually till 2 is when they're there.
Okay, people, 10 to 2, and also the agility course, that's going to be open till 3
at least, and it may stay later if we have enough people.
So, and then going over to the after party, when does that start?
right after the stroll, basically about 2:30 is when the band will start playing, so it gives
Okay.
a little bit of a break, but it'll right about 2:30 is when the band's supposed to strike up.
So you could have a full day of enjoyment, you and your dog, out here in beautiful Sandpoint Park and over by the bridge, and it's lovely weather these days. But all right, so okay, there's no admission to the stroll. There's no admission to Cracker Jacks if I want to go.
Correct.
Is that correct? We do have the vendors, so there are some, if you things you want to buy, pick up for you or your dog. There will be some items that are free, like at the conservation booth, the doggy waste bags, some things for sale. And at the SPCA clinic booth, you can then get toenail trimming for $5. There will be free giveaways. You said flea prevention things. I think I heard you say doggy shampoo earlier,
Yes.
that type of thing. And so there's a lot of different things out there for the pet owner. And so it's a great way to spend your Saturday afternoon. What else can we say? What would you like to tell people about the stroll?
Well, we're trying to incorporate a little bit of everything in there. Throughout the day, we'll have the demonstrations, and we're not sure. We're still trying to hear back of who is trying to fit it in their schedules to come and put on a demonstration, all animal related. There'll be treats. I know one store from Palm Bay is coming up. They're Suds and Scissors, and they're making animal treats, human treats.
I think we're going to have to go visit their booth. I know
Sweets.
Winston will definitely be in when
Yes.
you're talking animal treats. And
Oh,
Flynn may
yeah.
come too. You never know. He could get some treats. That sounds great.
Yeah, just a little bit of everything.
There's also going to be other rescue groups are welcome to come as well if they're a 501c3. That's free admission for them to be a vendor. And we'll also have our own adoptable pets from the SPCA that'll be walking around. So if you happen to be, thinking that you might want to adopt a pet sometime soon, this will be a perfect place to do it because we'll have adoptable pets there, and I'm sure other rescue groups will have some too.
That sounds excellent. Now, are you also, I know we have in the past years, we've invited the North Brevard Animal Shelter, which is the county shelter here in town. Will they be there with adoptable pets also?
They will be.
They
and
will.
They actually, last year, if anybody came, they formed what was called the NAC Pack. It's people that do in the stroll. They can actually do as an individual or as a pack, which is basically a group, a team, and they kind of put all their efforts together to raise the most money. And they won pack of the year last year, raising over $1,400 from one pack of participants. This year they've put a goal at double that amount, and they're trying to raise that amount to become pack of the year too. But there's a couple other packs that we've noticed are in competition too, so it might be a tight race. So that's another fun part about this. It's good, fun, friendly competition that it all helps the animals no matter what. So.
Well, that sounds great, especially those of us who are the animal lovers. We all want to help those poor homeless pets. So we can do the dog stroll that raises funds for the SPCA. We can participate at the village, the vendor village. We can learn about things for our pets. We can get educated. We can have our dog's toenails trimmed, excuse me. We can participate in the raffles, and everybody wants some free giveaways. Then of course we can put our dogs through the Doggie Fun Zone, which I can't express to you just how much fun the dogs have doing this fun zone and going over the different obstacles and around and through them. And it sounds like a great day for everybody. I know in the past that everyone has been very excited, and I want to stress to people that this is bring your pet to this event. This is for you, your family, and your pet.
Yeah.
Just make sure they're on a leash. There are, like I said, doggy waste stations. There are some watering areas here in the park, and there's also, you get the free doggy waste bags at the conservation booth. So that sounds like a great day for everybody. Free admission, and then you can go over to Cracker Jacks for the after party. And Flynn is all ready for the after party. So great. Well, thank you very much for coming today and telling us about the dog stroll.
Thank you, Maureen.
Thanks for having
We're
us.
looking forward to seeing everyone.
Great. This is Maureen Phillips again, City of Titusville Water Resources Conservation, and with me is Kathy Carter, and she is with the City of Cocoa, and she does their water conservation program. And Kathy will be joining with me at the SPCA Dog Stroll this coming April. It is Saturday, April 6th. And as you see, we're dog lovers. This is Winston the water dog. This is Flynn, one of my other dogs, and with Kathy is one of her dogs, and this is Dalton. He's a beautiful GSP. So Kathy, you and I have done the dog stroll. We've had a booth now for several years. Tell our audience a little bit about it.
Well, both the cities of Titusville and Cocoa, we've combined efforts, and we have a great time at the dog stroll each year. We've done various educational, or we have various educational items at the dog stroll. One of the biggest hits is, of course, Winston joins us, and that draws people in. And we have a water wheel, and we test your knowledge on water. We'll ask you, you spin the wheel, we ask you a question, and then if you get the question right, then we have various prizes that we give you. And of course, all of the giveaways are about water. So that's just one of the ways that we are able to educate young and old about water. And of course, if you're learning and if you can have fun, you're going to learn twice as much, right, Maureen?
That you're exactly right. We introduced the water wheel, as we call it, last year at the program because we do give out lots of different conservation information on everything from saving water in your home as well as in your yard, because one of the things we have been giving out for years are doggy waste bags, because one of my programs is outreach that teaches people about protecting our local waterways. So we give out these little doggy waste bags that you can attach right to your leash. The idea being, if you pick up after your pet, then when it rains or you turn on your sprinkler system, that the nutrients from that dog waste does not get washed into our stormwater system and then out into our local rivers and streams. So that's one of the big things that we do at the booth. And like Kathy said, we do have the water wheel that we ask people questions, and once they answer, they get some conservation prize, and we have some really great prizes. Some of the ones we've done over the past year is this is a water poncho that we give out because everyone knows we're heading into our rainy season this summer. We also have your very own Winston beanie. It's a little beanie baby that says, "I dig water." That's one of the other prizes. But we also have, for those who come to our booth, water education, water conservation education materials. Like what would we be handing out? What do we usually look at?
Well, some of the things that we've done in the past is we want to teach people about indoor and outdoor water conservation, so we'll gear the questions towards that, and at which, again, once you answer the question correctly, if it's about an outdoor conservation item, then you could get a hose nozzle, and at which time both cities, Titusville and Cocoa, we have these available to our customers, and this is one of the items that we've given away in the past. We also have aerators for kitchen and bathrooms that we give away. And again, you answer the question correctly, and this would be for indoor water conservation, and you could possibly get a aerator. And we also have moisture probes, and at which this would be for outdoor conservation. And the moisture probe, you insert this in your pots or in the ground, and this gives you an idea as to whether or not you're overwatering, underwatering, and so this will help you keep your plants healthy.
That's some really great ideas for ways to save water. And Dalton's here saying, Flynn, you're not paying attention. We need to look at ways to save water. But what we also give out is we will have little information bags. And as you see on here, it says water, don't waste it, which is exactly what Kathy and I are here for, is to teach people about how to use water efficiently and not to waste it. So even if you don't get the questions right, we will make sure that you get some water conservation information. And this will include on ways to save water in your home and in your yard. We're going to focus on the outside irrigation because, you know, this time of year is when everyone is working in their yard, planting new plants, putting in new sod. So come visit our booth at the Dog Stroll. Again, just look for City of Titusville and City of Cocoa. We will have the free doggy waste bags. More than likely, Mr. Winston will be here with us. Possibly Mr. Flynn. You never know if Dalton might show up too. But we will have giveaways. We'll have the wheel of water for you to play. And we'll have lots of different conservation items and tools for you to use so that you can save water. Go home immediately from the stroll and be able to put your conservation information to work.